as the Allegheny County Controller, the Chief Fiscal Officer for Allegheny County, responsible for overseeing a total governmental budget of $1.5 billion. She is the first female to be elected to the position of Allegheny County Controller. As the only female road officer, as well as the only female elected official, countywide or citywide, outside of judiciary. Prior to her election as county controller, Chelsa was elected to 3 terms as a state representative, which marked the first time a female from the city of Pittsburgh was elected to that body for a full term. Chelsa was born and raised in the neighborhood of Beachview. She is married to Kahari Mosley. Woo! Yes! And they reside in the neighborhood of North Point Breeze with their 2 sons, Thaddeus and Isaiah. Please welcome Chelsa Wagner to the podium.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Let's get this livened up a little. If everyone wants something done, let me hear you say equal pay.
Equal pay.
If you want something done, let me hear you say equal pay.
Equal pay.
I was reminded of that from the events of yesterday and looking at the newspaper today. A great quote by Margaret Thatcher. In politics, if you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. That was something she said 50 years ago. Now in 2013, for how many of you is that still true in your workplace? We all know that the time for wage equity is long, long overdue. Today is a day about action, and I want to say thank you to everyone here today, women and men, all the good men who also support this mission, and all of our partners who work tirelessly every single day to make sure that we are advancing all equity issues, especially on behalf of women. We all know that nationally, women are not paid equal to men. We know that women of color are paid even less, and we know that women in the Pittsburgh area are paid even less. As county controller, let me speak the truth here. Women in the county and also in the city government, in the halls of government here, are not paid equally. We work for you. All of us here today, we are going to change that because we want something done. We want something done. If you want something done, say equal pay.
Equal pay.
I want to tell you all a quick story of how I really fundamentally learned as a female about equality. And it's a story now that we're coming off the heels of March Madness with the men's championship last night and the women's tonight. It's a story about basketball. Some of my favorite memories when I was younger, I'm not as in good of shape now, but we're on the basketball court, and especially in neighborhood pickup games. And one of the things that I knew there is that I wanted to be treated equally. Oftentimes I was the only woman on a court full of men, but I simply wanted to be treated equally. Now, some of the male players would feel they needed to order me around. Some of them wanted to coach me. And some of them, though well-intentioned, would want to use kid gloves, play gently with me, maybe give me the ball a little bit more, essentially treat the little lady well. But all I ever wanted to be was the person, the player, who was treated the same as any other player on that court. And that's a life lesson that has guided me through every position I've held and every relationship I've ever had. As your county controller, many of you know that I was the only office in a $1.5 billion budget that took a significant cut last year. We took a cut of $450,000 in an office of 86 people. And I had to make some hard decisions, but that is what you all elected me to do. And I want you all to know that not only did we weather that cut, we made sure that and among other things, I had to cut my own compensation. But I want you all to know that as your controller, I've taken action on hiring women, hiring people of color, and paying all men and women in my office equally. That is what today is about. It's a day about action, about equal pay for all women and all men. And I'm proud to stand with all of you here today on what I believe to be a defining issue for my generation. Something, when I look around this crowd and see all the women who have fought long and hard for this for so many years before I came into politics, I know that we stand on your shoulders, and I know we are resolved to make sure that in our lifetime we are going to see equal pay for women. If you want something done, say equal pay.
Equal pay!